Why is a cold beer better than a woman? You know, no matter what, if you pour beer correctly, you get good head. A beer doesn't complain about leaving the seat up. After you're done with a beer, it doesn't want anything more.
So when it's dirty, the beer tastes
better.
See that?
Come here,
See, my pot's dirtier than this pot.
Because your pot's dirty just because I smoked the outside the one time.
Yeah. It's like a tea bag.
Oh, that's right.
And all we're doing is getting all the flavors and the colors and the sugars out of there into the water. And the way you do that is like cooking or like making tea. You're taking this bag with the grains and just dipping it or allowing the water to get warm and boil with it.
This is a malt extract.
This is a disgrace.
The reason why you just turned off the gas is you don't want to get it on the bottom and scorching it. So,
good for.
What, Haley?
Daddy,
oh, well.
hit me on the ball with the head.
Hit you on the head with the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it right.
See that? Get it!
You can hit it with a steamed camera lens, I think. That's a pretty good boil going because it's just roiling.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Before it boils. Sort of a solemn.
You know, it'd be funny. I'll get my syringe with water, and you just catch a stream going.
Like here, the zipper unzip.
It's really a home brew. Right? Oh.
So just half?
Alright, this is a ½ ounce.
The old Northern Brew hops going in.
Are these even going to be good? If we put them in the fridge?
Yeah, if you're going to use them right away, within the month, yeah, you'll be alright. Wort chiller. It works basically like a radiator. You run water through it, cool water through it. It runs through the radiator or the coils, the copper coils. And as it cools, as the copper coils get cool, the beer gets cool too. So the idea behind this is I'll need somebody to kind of pump it or agitate it.
What's that little thing you're holding in your hand?
With this?
Yeah, it gives a little bit more bitter and then
Whoa. How big are you?
Is that big enough?
Yeah.
We could fill that up with beer and then poke little holes in it and just suck out of it. 4 of us.
Yeah.
This one's on it. They're both good.
Yeah, I think they're both good.
Me and Jeremy tried them like 3 months ago, but I remember this was the first one. It was really good.
See, it's bigger than anybody's flip.
Don't put it on the ground. You better get it.
Ready?
This is a 5 gallon. Yeah, this is the typical one you see.
So we have 5 in there, or it's like 4 and a
It's
half?
just short of 5.
Just short of 5?
Yeah, but you'll probably end up taking all of that out.
So after this fermenting process, how long would that take for this process?
Really, it can go at any time because it's just a matter of aging and letting it mellow some.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Well, it depends on how you're going to carbonate it and how much you want to carbonate it and how much control you want to have behind it. If you bottle this or even keg it before it's done fermenting, it's going to create carbon dioxide, which will go back into your beer and create.
Maybe I could hold it.
With all the yeast and stuff in here, it's just like in a bottle. As a Belgian, some home brewers will actually culture the yeast out of a beer bottle because the yeast is for the Belgian Trappist beers. It's a closely guarded secret which yeast they use. And so what happens, people will culture the yeast out of the bottle and use that instead of buying, like you guys bought the yeast, they'll use the stuff to get out of the bottle to make the next batch of beer.
Work it out like that.
Alright, in it goes.
There's a saying that someone once told me about something that looks like people having a hard time doing. It's like a monkey fucking a football.
Heard that.
And it goes.
Just keeps rocking and rolling.
Yep.
Residue?
I didn't catch it. My finger was stuck in there.
Oh, I'm not touching that one. Okay.
Stick it
Don't
back
you
in.
hate that? When you're
Stick
ready
it back
for,
in.
When you're ready for action, your finger gets stuck.
You gotta release.
It's not shooting like it should.
I got a little shot there.
Smegma.
Good fish.
You sure you don't need to wipe your shorts?
That wouldn't do any good.
Holy cow, there you go.
Yeah, bad boy.
We're converting malt into crystal meth.
What we're doing now is this is the first carbonation. Pizza in my mouth. And when you first carbonate, you get a lot of pressure and stuff kicks in, and this is all the stuff at the top. Now what we're doing is removing it, racking it again, it's called. To the second one, which will be cleaner. We won't take any of the stuff off the bottom here, which is all dead yeast and sediment. And then this will sit for another week in the rack, a week or two. Then we'll bottle. Problem is right now we've lost our siphon, so we've got nothing to do but eat pizza. And normally we drink beer, but not the kids around. This is just a thermometer, like an aquarium thermometer. It's just a special for beer. There's two different really kinds of fermentation. There's ale, which is a warm fermented beer that'll range, right now we're cold, it should be about 72. And that's a darker beer, richer beer. Most Americans are familiar with a lager, like Budweiser, which is a Pilsner, which is a cold fermented beer. So that's in this range. So depending on what kind of beer you're doing, you try to keep it in a particular temperature range for the yeast.
Nate today.
Nate's booger that was hanging down to his knee before he slurped it back up.
Oh, Nate. He had a big old hanging one.
And he just slurped it back up.
Missed it on tape.
We were videotaping.
I tell you what, that was the most surreal experience I've seen. I was just like, whoa, it's hanging. I mean, it was a good, maybe 4 inches. And all of a sudden you just went.
Because there is active yeast in here. Or at the bottom when you're done drinking. But in this case, it just goes bye-bye. You go pour it in the bush.
Look at your rise mine. Everything's the other way. See, look, you're going back.
Yeah, you don't want to see this coming on.
Make you sick.
There's a lot of ants. Ants will crawl in this because of the sugar.
Other way. Look, go this way. Make one big one that way. And then you take a little one. One big one.
So we flush it out.
Yeah, nice.
Carbonation is in there. Look at that, that's pretty.
Nothing beats a good head. That has a lot, actually. Poured too much. See the difference?
Yeah.
This one.
He's the master baster.
Oh, my gosh.
Just change one letter and you're right.